Father, we thank you for your love this morning. We give you praise and honor. Your word tells us that the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Your mercies never end, and they are new every morning. Yes. This morning we are praying that you call us to your banqueting table. We know that in your banqueting table there is love. Let your word be spoken. Let that banquet be worth it for everyone under the sound of my voice this morning. That your word will bring transformation in a very special way. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Good morning to everybody. Actually, it's afternoon now. And I just want, as I always do, extend my greetings to the lady of the house. Hallelujah. Pastor Grace, God bless you for what you're doing. I also greet the leadership of the church. Amen. And I greet the whole congregation. Hallelujah. God bless you for all that you do. In these days when people are trying very hard, if there is a possibility of online church, as we have online classes these days, we would have loved an online church. Because people are shying away from the gospel. It's interesting that sometimes we can just move into our own little corner and lose sight of what is happening outside the world. When people are trying very hard to pass legislation that is going to outlaw the Bible right here in the US of A, sometimes we get complacent. Amen. And we need to, as God admonished us, to be vigilant. Yes. He said, be sober. And then be vigilant. Because the devil roars like a lion. Thank God he's not a lion, but just like a lion. Seeking whom he may devour. And so we have to be alert. Hallelujah. One of the things that came close to me understanding what God wanted us to talk about this morning is the scholar group. I didn't know that you guys had a scholar group. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. Because there are all kinds of groups on social media these days. Rarely would you find scholar group. So I was very encouraged. And so I was thinking, and I noticed, because today I'm speaking to you on the title, Being Worthy of Counsel. Amen. Being worthy of counsel. And we were talking about the fact that we have aims, right? We have goals, we have talent. And as a scholar, I like it. Amen. I'm happy I have a daughter of mine here. The daughter of a very close friend of mine in the same university, Dr. Blake. And I see him and I say, where is my daughter? Because I don't know the daughter, so I'm claiming her as my daughter. I have 3 strong boys. So, Matthew, good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also here with Immaculate Lady of the Tutu family. Hallelujah. Amen. Yes, the lady who can, when you have ladies who can tolerate people with ministries in the evangelistic realm, then you know that they are real wives. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. I salute Bishop, I salute Apostle, I salute all. Hallelujah. So life is a journey. And in the journey of life, we receive different forms of counsel, diverse forms of counsel. So what is counsel? We're talking about advice, amen, opinions, instructions. Sometimes that is given upon request, other times it's not. Because sometimes you meet people who tell you things that you have not asked their opinion about. Because they say that opinion are like noses, everybody has one. Amen. And so when you receive an instruction or a counsel, subsequently you examine the consequences of it. And counsel is important in every aspect of our lives because, guess what? Proverbs 20:18, if you remember Sunday school, said every purpose is established by counsel. You have a goal, you have a target in every aspect of your life. Its establishment is based on counsel. And sometimes we don't realize that. Turn with me, if you please, to Psalm 1, verse 1. And we'll just be reading only verse 1, and then we'll get back to the first part of it. Hallelujah. Amen. Is somebody in Psalm 1? Yes. That everybody also remembers, right? Said, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. Hallelujah. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. I know it's a whole package. If you read the whole verse, it talks about walking, right? It talks about sitting, and it talks about what? Standing. So there is a whole package. But there is a reason why he talks about walking and makes the link between walking and counsel. Is somebody here this morning? Okay. So, but first of all, what is blessed? Blessing. Okay? It's a special favor or benefit from God that brings happiness. Okay, so keep that at the back of your mind. In this context, he's talking about a special favor and a special benefit from God that brings that happiness. Wicked said, he would not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. The King James says, wicked. So he's talking about evil and capability and intentionality to harm. Are we on the same page? Yes, hallelujah. So what he's saying here is that you receive special favor and or benefit from God when you don't live your life by swallowing hook, line, and sinker the counsel of people with evil intentions and less moral compass, or with no moral compass. Hallelujah. And today in our world, a lot of people not only are theorizing about the negativity of morality when it comes to Christianity, but actually everything is now relative and there are no standards. Hallelujah. But there are standards. Is somebody here with me this morning? Why is that important? Because daily we receive counsel. And as I said, whether it is solicited or unsolicited, and most of it is unsolicited, we make decisions based on such counsel. So sometimes you might not know the basis for a decision you're making, but you're making those decisions based on the counsel that you have received before. Do you remember that you took a decision some time ago based on the fact that a teacher of yours, 6th grade, made a comment? Which you believed. Okay. So the extent to which we heed such counsel determine our success in business, in school, in ministry, in leadership, and in work. The extent to which we heed such counsel is important. So I want to move to our main text today. and we'll just be reading portions of it. 1 Kings chapter 12. Go with me to 1 Kings. 1 Kings chapter 12. And we'll be reading from verse 8 to, verse 6 to 8, 10 to 11, and then 16 to 17. But before we read, I just want to give you a quick summary, the background to the story from verses 1 to 5. There was this gentleman by name Rehoboam who was the son of Solomon. Everybody remembers King Solomon, who is known to be wise, right? He was known as the wise king. So Rehoboam was the son of Solomon, therefore the grandson of who? David. So he succeeded Solomon as king of Israel. And when he took over reins, some labor union leaders, somebody said labor union. Hallelujah. Some labor union leaders came to him and requested for a reduction in their burden. Guess what? King Solomon was wise for a number of reasons. However, not all his policies helped the people.
That's right. That's right.
So you can be a wise king and not be wise with everything, including labor.
That's right.
But he was smart enough to be able to keep them under wrap. And there was no revolt while he was king.
All right. That's right.
And so when he passed and Rehoboam took over, the labor union leaders came, one of whom was in exile, came back and said, well, guess what? Your dad did not treat us as we want. We want you to really reduce our burden. And so he asked them to come back in 3 days. So far, so good. King Rehoboam was doing well. Verse 6. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old man who stood before Solomon, his father, while he yet lived, and said, how do you advise me to answer these people? In other words, you guys have been with my dad all this while. What do you think will be the most appropriate response to the labor union leaders? Why did he consult those people? Because he sought after experience.
All right.
There'll be somebody here this morning.
Yes, sir.
He sought after what? Experience. He went for quality counsel.
Yes.
Seeking quality counsel is important in the success of every endeavor you are taking. Now here, verse 7. And they said to him, if you will be a servant to these people today, and will serve them and answer them with good words, they will be your servants forever. What did they say? He said, be a leader, because leadership is about service.
Yes, it is. That's right.
Number one. So he said, leadership, serve them, tell them you are going to be a leader. Leadership is knowing what to say. In other words, being judicious in speech.
Amen.
Is somebody here today?
Yes,
Being judicious in speech, knowing what to say at what point. And also, that is service by leadership and judicious speech will be reciprocated with loyalty and dedication from the people. That was the advice. Tell them you will serve them. Tell them you will be for them. You will reduce their burden. And we can promise you they will not revolt. Are we on the same page so far?
Yes.
Okay, now verse 8. But he forsook the counsel of the old man.
That's right. That's right.
Came and consulted the young man who he grew up with and stood before him.
Yep.
What did the guys say? Now, he consulted 2 different groups, right? All right. Both were counsel, right? Okay. Now let's see and hear what they said. Go with me to verse 10. The young man who grew up with him answered to the people who told you, your father made our yoke heavy, but you make it lighter for us. Say this, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. No. Is somebody here this morning?
Yes.
So he can I be permitted to dramatize a little bit? Permit me to dramatize a little bit. He sat on his throne and called the elders. He said, we know this. Your father kept these people under wraps. They did not revolt. We know why. Because he knew how to talk to them. He told them, guys, chill. We're all good. Guess what? I'm serving you. So tell them the same story. And everything is going to be good. I said, okay, you guys go. Then he steps out. Goes to his man that he's been playing Nintendo Wii and Xbox with. Yo, man. Guess what? These guys are saying. Nintendo Wii. I'm sure probably they were playing boxing. Nintendo Wii boxing. What should I tell them? Have you forgotten you are the king? You are the king. Let them know that you are the king. You are the king. Sit on the throne. Ascend onto your throne. And let us remind you, in case you have forgotten, we know we are all playing gutter to gutter and Nintendo Wii, whatever, Xbox, but now you are the king. You are in the US of A. You are counting dollars. Know that you are in the greatest country of all time. The greatest country, whether it is in the military or whatever it is. Remember, you are the king. Sit on your throne and let us tell you what to tell them. In case you have forgotten what it means to be a king, talk tough. Chest out. And tell them that in case you don't know, Solomon had a little finger. And his little finger is indeed little. And if you think about it, my little finger is bigger. In fact, you see my tie? Comparable to my father's little finger. So tell them, let them know. Also, don't end there. Add this to it. Put the fear of God in them. Guess what? My father chastised you with whips. But I can promise you, if you dare me, I will chastise you with scorpions. You are the king. Feel free and tell them. Man, as a king, you must demonstrate to them that you are a king. Don't lose God. Don't lie low. 2 groups of people seeking counsel. 2 different responses. One group says, serve them. Talk nice to them. The other group says, whips will not be enough. Scorpions are coming. So he ignores the old people. Because guess what?
His people that he plays Xbox with, the advice sounded very late and happy.
That's right. No wisdom.
But no wisdom.
None.
Totally absent.
That's right.
So guess what? If you read from verse 12 to 15, and then we're not going to read, because the union leaders returned on the third day for the reply. And he answered them based on the young man's counsel.
Right. Bad counsel.
So even though he could have said, you know what, yeah, I listened to my people, and I listened to the old people, let me decipher.
Yes. That's right.
But he chose the one from the young people. We need to know who to seek, from whom to seek counsel on certain matters.
That's right.
Hallelujah. In this particular matter, he was seeking counsel on governance. So the idea here is not to say that you cannot seek counsel from your peers. Because honestly, your mom might not be able to solve the newest quadratic equation, because the quadratic equation we used to solve is different from today's quadratic equation. So your peers can help you when it comes to that. But don't try to take advice on relationship from somebody who is below you, who has no clue what relationship is about. Is somebody here this morning?
That's right.
So on governance, yes, the old men were right. But he decided to seek counsel on governance from people who had no clue about even being a prince, or let alone live in, among princes.
That's right. That's right. No
And that was what happened.
No experience.
No experience. So we have to know from whom we seek counsel on specific issues.
That's right.
Jump to verse 16 and 17. But Rehoboam, verse 16 first. So when all Israel saw that the king did not heed them, they answered to the king, what portion have we in David? We have no inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tents, O Israel, look now to your own house, David. So Israel went to their tents. But Rehoboam reigned over the Israelites who dwelt in the city of Judah. And this is what we call the schism, or as they say, schism of the kingdom, where the kingdom of Israel divided.
That's right.
One mistake, one poor judgment,
Yep.
one poor counsel. Amen.
Amen.
That decision and action taken by Rehoboam, based on the counsel of the young men, led to the division of the kingdom. And he only got to rule Judah.
That's right.
I don't have time. We would have gone back into what he wanted to do even after the division of the kingdom, which was going to cost him his life.
That's right.
But permit me for a second to bring to light some critical issues when we talk about life today. Amen.
Amen.
Depending on whose counsel you heed, your home can stand or be divided.
That's right. Absolutely. That's right.
Oh, somebody didn't hear
Oh,
me.
yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Because I know after the council, he thought about this. He did a cost-benefit analysis of what could happen in the event that he took the counsel of the old people. Think about it for a second. What were the accomplishments of Solomon? He is known to have done what his father didn't do in terms of building
That's right.
the greatest edifices.
That's right.
But do you know how he did it? By taxing the people and using forced labor.
That's right.
That is why the labor union people came and wanted a change. So he did a cost-benefit analysis and said, if I should do that, first of all, I'm going to lose revenue. And when I lose revenue, I will not be able to do and continue building the edifices that I want to. And of course, less parties for the yo-yo boys. Less revenue. And therefore, it is unwise in his own thinking to reduce the burden of the people. And so he decided, I am going to continue in this lavish style. Because guess what? His dad is known to be one of the richest people of all time. The wealthiest, even up to today. If you should count what he had in terms of property, up to today, he is known to be one of the richest people of all time. So he was not going to risk that. And he thought that not accepting that counsel was going to cost him money. He wanted to be the wealthiest, probably. Hallelujah. So the counsel you receive determines a number of things. Hallelujah. If you have been told before that telling your wife I love you is a sign of weakness, or the African man repent.
Amen.
Hallelujah. It is not evil. Amen. It's not a sign of weakness. Cooking for your husband, ladies and gentlemen, is not a 19th century marriage norm. It is still present. These are tried and tested things, norms that keep families going. Doing your wife's laundry is not significant. It's not signifying being under a spell. No, it is not. You are not under a spell. Oh, thou African man. Is somebody here this morning? These are tried and tested. Tried and tested. Students attending class regularly is not old-fashioned. If you have been told that, I have news for you. You are in bad company. 1 Corinthians 15:33. What does it say? Bad company ruins good morals. In what company are you finding yourself? Who is advising you? Who is advising you to get a new Louis Vuitton bag and defer your tuition payment? Who? Ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. I am a capitalist. I believe in capitalism. But I know that my priority is when I'm able to get that degree, it increases my purchasing power sometime. And I can get as many Louis Vuitton or whatever ton I want. But I should not sacrifice that on the altar of today's Louis Vuitton. Because guess what? The very person that told you that advice will turn around and tell how stupid you have been for sacrificing that. Whoever is counseling you. So, scholars in your group, as you think about the goals you have been set, seek proper counsel, because wrong counsel will not make it materialize. Good counsel establishes every purpose. Is somebody here today? You are so close to saving the financial capital you need to expand the business and invest in the idea that God has shown you all this while. Don't let any Gucci come between you and that investment that God has put in you. Gucci is good. But don't let it come between you and the vision that God has given you. So yes, today, They might have all the nice Gucci's in your class when they come in. But know that as your tuition is paid for and everything is going well and you are acing it, you know very well that very soon you are coming out and every Gucci will be easy for you to purchase. Every Louis Vuitton will be easy for you to get. You will drive whatever you want to drive. Is somebody here today?
Your priority.
Your priority. Your priority. Very important. And you know, our Jesus.
Yes.
Turn with me for give me just 1 minute to finish this, please. Mark chapter 8. And somebody can grab the mic and help me read. Mark chapter 8, verse 31 to 33. Mark chapter 8. And if you can project it, good. Mark chapter 8, Mark chapter 8, verse 31 to 33. Mark. No? Okay, don't worry. 8:31. Chapter 8. Verse 31. Yes. Yes.
And he began to teach them that the Son of Man, Mark chapter 8,
Yes.
verse 31.
Yes, verse 31.
And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jesus speaking.
That's right.
and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and after 3 days rise again.
Go ahead.
And he spake that saying openly. And Peter took him and
Hold on a second, man of God. So here is Jesus speaking to his people and sharing his own vision,
That's right.
sharing the purpose for which he came.
Yes.
And he said, my people, I just want you to understand the vision. I want you to understand my purpose.
Yes.
There are a number of things that are going to happen. I have to suffer.
That's right. Number one.
I'm going to be killed.
Yep.
Guess what?
Get up again.
But I will resurrect. Okay.
Yes.
And when that happens, the purpose is established. Because I'm bringing you salvation. That is why I came.
That's right. Hallelujah.
You know, when God drops something in your heart, sometimes you want to share it. It's okay. But Bishop, please, what does Peter do?
And Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Get thee behind
Hold
me.
on, man of God, thank you. So Peter pulls him aside. And he said, man, you know how much I love you. Jesus. See, we left all that come to follow you because we believe you. And you know we love you. But what you are telling these people, please, I don't think you thought about it. Never say that again. You're going to suffer? No! We have seen the miracles. You know, you were a good leader. I didn't want to rebuke you in the presence of everybody. That's why I pulled you aside. You see what I'm saying? So, I know you are the leader, but you got to be some sense. Because what you're doing, I don't believe is the will of God.
Wow.
I know you are Jesus. I've seen all that you do. But don't overstretch this.
All right.
Don't overstretch this. You don't have that understanding of that vision. I see.
Jesus. Help us.
Okay, Jesus? You got what I'm saying, Jesus? Bishop, continue.
And he rebuked Peter, saying, Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of God,
That's right.
but the things that be of men.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Bishop.
That's right.
The conclusion of the matter. Jesus turns and says, "Get thee behind me, Satan." But I thought it was Peter speaking. Where did Satan come from in this passage? Peter was not a Satan. Sometimes good meaning people will give you counsel. But the fact that they are good does not necessarily mean that their counsel is good. What did God tell you? What God told you is your purpose. Surpasses anything that any person that seems good or looks good or is good will ever tell you. And so when that counsel comes, don't blame that person. Notice Jesus did not fire Peter as an apostle. Did not what is the Facebook language? Defriend or what? Unfriend. Or unblock or block. Hallelujah. Jesus did not block, but he understood that within the goodwill of Peter was the devil trying to stop the salvation that God had planned. Stand up to your feet.